कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः. Rama was born in the previous episode. The verses of Valmiki are so beautiful and powerful that we just can't rush through this particular episode. He says, Kausalya janayadramam divyalakshana sayyutam Vishnorardham mahabhagam putramikshvakunandanam lohitaksham mahabahum Raktoshtham dundubhiswanam Kausalyashu shubhetena Putrenam amita tejasa Tatha varena devanam Aditir vajrapanina. This boy was born with all the auspicious characteristics of Paramatma or Sakshat Bhagavan Sriman Narayana. Kausalya was so elated. You often say that the person is in cloud 9, right? So the person was in cloud 9, the mother was in cloud 9, she was extremely happy. So were the other mothers, because on the day of Pushya Nakshatra, Kaikeyi delivered her son. Bharato nama Kaikeya Jagye Satya Parakramaha Sakshat Vishnos Chaturbhagaha Sarvaihi Samudito Gunaihi. The one who was a repository of all the gunas needed to be a bhakta, Bharata, was delivered. Atha Lakshmana Shatrughnao Sumitra Janayat Sutao Viro Sarvastra Kushalao Vishnor Ardha Samanvitao Sarpe Jatau Tu Saumitri. On the day when the star is ruled by the snakes, she delivered 2 sons. Now it is Bhivachana Prayogam. Lakshmana Shatrughnau Dvivachanam, Sutau Dvivachanam, Virau, great people of valor 2, Sarvastra Kushalau Dvivachanam, Vishnorardha Samanvitau. So they were all born by the grace of Vishnu. Vishnu himself is Rama, and Bharata, Lakshmana and Shatrughna were born hence. When Rama was born, Kalidasa states, Rama ityabhiramena Vapusha tasya choditaha namadheya guru chakre jagat prathama mangalam. He was born as if he was the first auspicious thing that could have been born on this earth. So jagat prathama mangalam. Now, Rama's Jatakam, I mentioned, right? Generally, it is a practice in the Vedic civilization that after the son or the daughter is born, immediately you don't write the horoscope. You wait for 1 year, and then with the help of a great Vedic person, astrologer who has studied Jataka, Jyotishya Shastram well, not from Wikipedia, must have studied well. From that person you get the Jatakam, the Kundali design. If you look at Rama's Jatakam based on the positions of the grahas which Valmiki states, Vakpata Induna Saha, Vakpati who is Brihaspati or Guru, and Indu who is Moon are in one house. So generally in such situations, you see the previous house and the next house to Indu who is Chandra. Rama minorly escaped an aspect of Jyotishya Shastram called Kemadruma Yogam. So if Kemadruma Yogam is found in Jatakam, some astrologers, some experts in Jyotishya Shastram opine that it could lead to the separation of the husband and wife. There could be divorces, or they could be living separately, in whichever way you construe. So that is why if you look at Rama's Jatakam, though it did not lead to a divorce, there were many instances where the husband and wife were separated. In the 14th year of their Vanavasa, Rama and Sita were separated. Ravana was the cause. While 2 years after the Pattabhishekam, while she became pregnant, she was sent to the forest. Again, there was a separation. So it was not a formal separation. There could have been a third party or a tertiary cause, but they were separated. That is because of the effect of Kemadruma Yogam. There is no Kemadruma Yogam in Rama's Jatakam, but there will be a small effect of it. If there is a cyclone hitting Odisha, there will be some thunder showers in some cities of Andhra. Similarly is this Kemadruma Yogam. Now, coming to the Namakarma ceremony. Here, it is said in Srimad Ramayanam, Valmiki states, on the 12th day, the naming ceremony was performed, because first you have to do Punyaha Vachanam. When a child is born, see, birth and death lead to a certain dirtiness in the house. When I say dirtiness, people may come and go, and there could be germs around. So in those days, there was a purification process. Purification or purity is Shaucham. This particular period, when there is birth or death, it is called Ashaucham. So when Ashaucham is there in the house, to get rid of it, either by the person's birth or death, later a Punyaha Vachanam is performed. So you recite Vedic mantras and you purify the house. That is called Punyaha Vachanam. So the Punyaha Vachanam is done and the child is given a name. So it is mentioned as the 12th day. Generally the practice is 11th day. Why? Why 12th day is mentioned? Because for Kshatriyas, for the ruling class in those days, the rule was 12th day you have to give the name. Vasishta, the eldest of all the Maharishis there, was called, and he had to give the names to the children. We already know the names, but till now the parents do not know the names. So the moment he saw Kaushalya's son, he said, Ramante sarvajanaha gunaihi asmin iti Ramaha. The one whose looks and demeanor will attract people. See, you should have good looks and you should have good brains. If you do not have one of them, we can't help it. But the best combination is good looks and good brains. So with his gunas, he will attract people. With his good looks also, he will attract people. Ramante sarve janaha gunaihi asmin iti Ramaha. He will be called Rama because he will attract people through his demeanor and his beauty. There is another shloka that describes the essence of listening to Ramanamam. Kalyananam nidhanam kalimala mathanam pavanam pavananam patheyam yanmumukshoho sapariparapada prapaye prasthitasya Vishramasthanamekam kavivaravachasam jivitam sajjananam bijam dharmadrumasya prabhavatu bhavatam bhutaye ramanamam. In Ramakarnamritam, the Kavi states, that name which ensures only auspiciousness in the house is called Ramanamam. I am sure a lot of you Rasikas will know, in the traditional houses, there is a practice of keeping Rama's horoscope, Kundli, Jatakam in the house. They will keep Rama's Jatakam in the puja room and worship it. So either Rama has to be there or Rama's Jatakam has to be there. There is another great Pandita called Narayana Pandita of Madhva Sampradayam who states, Ramaha Sarvabhiramatva, the one with the unmatched beauty. Ramaha Atma Ramatva, the one who is Paramatma himself. Ramaha Marakatashyamaha, the one who is dark hued, whether it is black, grey, green or blue, you won't be able to decide. Nityam Ramabhisambandha, the one who is eternally attached to Mahalakshmi, the one who is inseparable from Mahalakshmi. Nityam Ramabhisambandhat Danashrihi, the one who is generous. Ramanam Hridbhavatva, the one who is able to understand the emotions of the people standing in front of him. For all these reasons, he was called Rama. Why was he called Bharata? Bharataha, Bharata Rajya Bharanat. He bore the entire kingdom on his shoulders. Sir, we are getting a doubt here. Bharata was not supposed to become the king. Rama was supposed to become the king. Kaikeyi somehow snatched the kingdom from Rama and gave it to Bharata. But did Bharata rule? No. He did not rule. He said, I will not rule a kingdom where my brother has been asked to go to the forest. I will not rule that kingdom. So he in turn placed the Padukas of Rama and let Paduka Devi rule Ayodhya for 14 years. He was just one of the ministers or servants to Paduka Devi. But you are saying Bharata, the name means the one who supported the kingdom, who bore the kingdom. What kingdom did he bear, sir? That, please remember, I will be talking about this in Ayodhya Kandam. You will get that connection there. Next, why was he called Lakshmanaha? Lakshmanaha, Lakshmano, Lakshmi Sampannaha. Very wealthy person. Sir, are you making a joke today? Lakshmana was growing up in the best of comfort. Still he was with Rama in Ayodhya. The moment Rama went to forest, he too went. He relinquished all his riches and he also wore the bar clothes, the beads of the forest, and lived a normal life. Where, how can he be called as the one who is very wealthy? Here the word is mentioned here is Lakshmi Sampannaha. What Lakshmi? Kainkarya Lakshmi. Wealth need not always have to be based on uncut diamonds, sapphires, rubies, diamonds, gold and silver. Even serving the Lord is the biggest form of wealth. So Lakshmana was called Lakshmi Sampannaha, adept with Lakshmi, because he served the Lord. And servitude to him was the biggest wealth. Last, Shatrughnaha. Shatruna Hanta iti Shatrughnaha. The one who is adept in killing all his enemies is Shatrughna. Again, sir, in Lanka, when the great Yuddham happened, Lakshmana was participating along with Rama in annihilating the demons, whereas Shatrughna was living calmly, peacefully in Ayodhya, in Nandigramam. Then how do you say Shatrughna means killing Shatrus? In fact, in Uttarakandam, there is one place where Shatrughna kills Lavanasura. That is the only Asura he has killed. How do you call him Shatrughna? Like how for Bharata I said he bore the kingdom on his shoulders, and what kingdom I will be telling in Ayodhya Kandam. Towards the start of Ayodhya Kandam, I will be talking about Shatrughna. Do remind me. Now, all these names were given. Bhanu Bhattacharya, one of the progenitors of Ramayanam in the Nepali language, because Sita belonged to Nepal. So Nepali is an important language. Bhanu Bhattacharya states, he says, Lakshmana Rama Sita Khelda Chana Bharata The Shatrughna Khelda Bhaya Payas Ke Anusar Le Hun Gayo Preeti Te Bardha Bhaya. He says, the attachment amongst the brothers was very unique. Rama, Bharata, Lakshmana, Shatrughna. This was their order of birth. But how was the payasam distributed? Rama, then Sumitra was given the payasam, then Kaikeyi, and again Sumitra. So what was the result of the children? Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughna. That was the order in which payasam was given. But payasam was consumed in a different order and the children were born in that order. But Bhanu Bhattacharya states, in the order in which the payasam was given, the attachment was there. So Kaushalya was given, later Sumitra. So Ram and Lakshman were together. Then Kaikeyi and then Sumitra again. So Bharata and Shatrughna were together. Payas ke anusar le hun gayo preeti ne but de gaya. He says in Nepali. Now the children were born. Now the mothers have to sing some song. At least lullaby she outsourced it to Tyagaraja Swami, who sang in Telugu language. Now she outsources this singing to Tulsidas ji. He says, Thumak chalat Ramachandra bajat pejaniya. Thumak chalat Ramachandra Kilaki kilaki uthat dhaya गिरत भूमि लट पटाय दायमात गोद लेत दशरथ की रनिया ठुमक चलत रामचंद्र बाजत पैजनिया ठुमक चलत रामचंद्र. Like how Rama would walk, Lakshmana would walk, Bharata would walk, Shatrughna would walk. That king of Ayodhya, the valorous king Dasharatha, was now enjoying their childhood, their boyhood. He would run behind them. The queens would run behind them. The child would ask, "What should I see and eat?" Then the mothers would show the moon and make the child eat. All such little acts of Rama, Bharata, Lakshmana and Shatrughna has been relished by Tulsidas ji, Goswami Tulsidas ji in Ramcharitmanas. So we as a country should be very proud, because we may have other foreign reserves, we may have so much of gold, but that is not our true wealth. Ramayanam is our true wealth. And I am fortunate to be expressing the emotions that I have of Ramayanam to you all. Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a 2-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.